he taught me a very special prayer, which I will put in the end of this video. And I realized he was teaching me how to heal myself, how to protect myself from anything with pure metaphysics, energy, and frequency. And I was like, oh my god, this is very special. I need to spread this to the people. They need this. It really works. It works. I mean, you seal yourself in the light, you neutralize people in the purple blue flame, and literally it works. Storms, catastrophes, you name it. Because we're all frequency. I realized when I saw, for example, Stefan Burns, this geophysicist, uh, transmissions, I realized, well, first of all, we realized we're affected by everything. There's 7 comets flying by right now, and an unidentified interstellar being that they actually said, he said, it is of crystalline structure. It has a strange cola or like tail, which is unusually lots of nickel. Usually that has more iron in it, and it has a tail in the front, like it's got something sticking out in the front, and it's big. It just passed behind the sun. It's gonna pass by the Earth, closest to the Earth, on the 19th of December. There are 7 other comets. All of this stuff is affecting the Earth. So, all these beings flying around in the space is affecting us, and this crystalline being that they don't he's saying that it has a shape or biological structure that humans cannot understand. We're not capable of understanding it, and that it has the same resonance of the Earth, the Schumann resonance, which is 7 hertz, I think, around there. And so there's a solar maximum flares going, and geomagnetic storms in between the 2 poles, and it's causing massive earthquakes in specific spots where there's a lot of geopolitical tension. Dude, realize this. Realize it. It happened in Venezuela, which happens to be under pressure now from the United States. It happened to be in Russia too, which also has some problem with the United States. Where there is negativity, wars, and the cyclone was going towards Gaza, like a couple of weeks ago. When there is tension amongst the people and wars and killing and all these things, we attract bad events on the earth. Literally. Like, we have to, if you have the knowledge, you know that you can calm a storm, do it. The people's toxic energies and fights and negativity, all these things, are literally affecting this earth and the universe. We're all supposedly on a mission here, we have a purpose. Most of the people don't even know what the purpose is, because their education didn't explain to us that we have a purpose, because they didn't want you to understand your purpose, because they want you to be working for them. So you'll never be happy unless you're fulfilling your purpose. You'll never be wealthy unless you're fulfilling your purpose. The other day on the Mind of Isaiah, it was saying, unless you cannot tap into wealth unless you are living out your soul's purpose. Sorry, I'm moving around because there's mosquitoes. And so, also that, if people knew, I had a pediatrician of my son, and I was worried because there's dengue here, and what does he tell me? Well, that's nothing. There's a homeopathic pill you can take that protects you from any insect that sucks blood from your skin. Literally, they won't bite you because of what it's in there. And I'm like, are you for real? Okay, I bought it. It's cost like nothing. And then the labels went off the bottles, because I didn't put it in the dry season there, and I'm like, and you should see how hard it was to get a hold of this guy again. And I'm like still trying to get a hold of him. And I've asked him, but why isn't the government pushing this? And he said, you know how it is. The politics, the money they make on pharmaceuticals that they contracted with the friends over there, and I'm like, what? Are you serious? And now I'm upset because there's dengue, there's malaria, there was the where the brain would swell, and what else are they going to come up with that they're spreading through mosquitoes who actually are pollinating a lot of plants? So getting rid of them just seems crazy. And this would just make you that they don't bite you. Hello, you should spread this in all Central America. Spread this in the tropical country. They should spread this. What are they doing? And I was trying to figure out which one it was. And please, if there's somebody out there who know what it's called, or like how to mix this up, you know, let's get this out. I need it. I mean, like, and if I had it, the pharmacy's just like, I want to know what it is because I want to get it and be able to give it to the people. So this is where knowledge is so important, because once you research and find out things and you realize that it's all manipulative lies, and people are actually dying for no reason, you know, then it's time to act. Now you must stand up for something. There's no way you are gonna you can't be ignorant. You can't be ignorant in these days. You must know as much as possible. Study, 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 because your survival depends on it. I was also very upset when I realized that the history they taught us in school was total bullshit. Like they had said that, oh, these English people, they're heroes, and they would go in places and spread the words of God. And so we already knew that, because I didn't grow up in a colonial country, although I have European background. But, uh, but you know, you realize that, anyways, in the colonial countries, so what they do is that everybody, like, they slow things down to endlessly, and they'll tell you, they told all these people other stories, and they put everybody against each other, and once you come in, it's just chaos, and everybody hates everybody, and it's like hard to work, and that was their goal, this division, everybody going against everybody. Divide and conquer is one of the most efficient tools I noticed. They divide the mind, they divide the family, they divide the men from the female, they divide the siblings from each other. Like, there'll be something that will divide, and then they divide the black and the white, and they divide, and then we let's divide anymore. And in the end, there's division, and nobody can get anything together on any productive level, and that is the actual goal. Once you know that, you're like, okay, what's the focus now? I had my own experience. I had my own experience with English colonialists on a personal level, and also that race of people who are claiming to be the chosen people. Uh, but that goes with that book. Now, a super manipulator robbed half of my land, won't admit it or take accountability for it, won't pay for it. It's like walking around taking advantage of a male chauvinist place and saying that, yeah, you know, those crazy women, or I don't know what she's talking about. Why would me, look at me, I look so calm and composed. I would never do something like that. But look at her, how upset she is, and she's crying. That it must be her fault. It must be. Like, the guy took me down. Took me down. And took money to the Cayman Islands. Found another woman over there. And just kept blowing money of my money. And the guy thinks he's got away with it because he feels like he's a good trickster. And he was collaborating with one of the ex-vice presidents of Costa Rica, Rolando Lacalle, who's untouchable. But I'll let them all know that you made a mistake with me. You made a big mistake with me. You should have investigated better where the money actually came from. So, but moving on. So that's why when every time I hear something of injustice, I'm like, I went through that myself, huh? I went through that too. Oh yeah, hold on, just wait. Tomorrow we'll figure it. I'll give you the money, but when, when, when? How many people are gonna tell me this? Well, you better move on. You better move on, just like it is. Yeah, but I need the actual investment to move on. Like, I needed the investment to move on. The guy ruined my whole experience. And I'm like, although he didn't ruin it completely because the place. Apologize, I have to cut the videos short or they will never upload. Here's the prayer of protection. It's a metaphysical prayer. And if you're interested in some music that with interesting lyrics, download my album. Have an awesome day.